Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode. Now a few weeks back we're still playing the Maldives video, but we have a cool one for you, diving the Fesdu wreck in the Maldives. This is the first wreck we did 2 wrecks in the Maldives. It's around about 30 meters deep. You have the dive map here, which is really cool to see because you have the tiller to go around and then you come onto the wreck and you can explore the wreck. As you can see, it goes down to about 30 meters and then you can work your way back up and then run the tiller back up to multi-level your dive, which is really cool. So you can see in the map here how the dive site looks, but what you guys really want to see is how it looks underwater. So let's jump in, let's go see this, and as always, thank you to Family Dive Adventures, Margot and Tom, for having Holly and me on this trip. Let's go. Okay. After an incredible first day of diving in the Maldives, on day 2 we come around the tiller and we see the Fesdu wreck for the very first time. I loved the way we came around the tiller on the far side and the wreck just appeared in the gloom, and you can just see it sitting there proudly at 30 meters depth at the bow and round about 25 meters at the stern. But you can see the divers on it, and we can see there's a lot of coral growth on the wreck. And as we slowly make our way towards the wreck, we can just see life everywhere. But of course, Holly's in her favourite place, the sand, as she's found a little garden eel, and she's like, come, have a look, and I'm like, by the time I get down there, it's going to be gone. So I'd continued going along the back of the ship to see this beautiful coral incrustation, the way it's covering the wreck and the way the ocean has reclaimed it. Look at all the fish, just all over this wreck. So we knew this was going to be a cool wreck to explore, and it was our first wreck in the Maldives. Janet is looking right in, having a good look of what marine life is on this wreck. And this was really cool, it's coming up. Personally, I'm not a big fan of what happened here, I'm against this, but apparently it's a reaction that the coral does. If you just touch it, it changes colour and reacts. I don't know if this is defence mode or what it is, but it was really cool to see. But please don't do this yourselves, touching coral, because I don't know what impact it has on the coral. But it was really cool to actually see that, and a bit about this shipwreck. But this shipwreck is the Fesdu old 30-metre coastal fishing trawler. Now, it was artificially sunk. I don't know what year, I couldn't find that online, so if you guys do know what year it sunk, please comment below, because I would love to know when they actually sunk this. But this ship was artificially sunk as a resort dive. So we're on the North Ari Atoll reef line. So we're the North Ari Atolls, and the resorts, what they have is on the islands, they have what they call resort dives, where they don't have many options compared to liverboard, so they artificially sink wrecks to extend dive sites for themselves, so they can take their customers to go explore. Now, what's really cool is they sunk this wreck really close to a tiller, as you saw at the beginning, so it's really nice to be able to go on the wreck, dive the wreck, nice and easy, very little currents on it. We had a very mild current, almost little current, so it wasn't really too bad to just go around and explore. And then we were able to go along, check inside the wreck, have a look inside, and then work our way back to the tiller after. It makes it accessible to all levels of diver, so it is really good because the shallow part of it is ideal for open water, because the top of the wreck is around about 16 meters. and then you can go deeper down as well. As we finally make our way to the tiller. Now the tiller was sloping upwards from round about 28 meters, and it slowly, gradually goes all the way up to around about 8 meters. Almost to 5 meters as well, depending what tide's doing as well. But you can just see going up the back, the ridge of the tiller, it is just full of marine life. There's marine life everywhere. It's almost overload, you don't know where to look. As you can see, Janet is cruising back up atop, and Holly is just in her own wee world, unaware I'm filming because she's so mesmerised and absorbed by all the different marine life. It's awesome to see because you look in the nooks and crannies and you find an octopus just sticking out there, just minding his own business. So this is what was really cool. You always have to look in the nooks and crannies because you didn't know what you're going to find. And what made me laugh about here was this fish. I don't know what species it is. I was trying to find it, but the anemone fish were ganging up on it. He was coming to get a bit of a clean, and then the anemone fish were having none of it. He is getting bullied. And look at the size of him compared to the two anemone fish. He was getting absolutely bullied by them. And then I turn around again, and there's more fish. There's more anemone fish. He's getting properly ganged up now. I don't know what was going on here. Any marine biologists who are watching these videos, please comment below to what is this interaction here, because it was really interesting to see that this one fish, who's huge compared to the others, was pretty much being bullied and tormented by a group of anemone fish. I assume they're probably defending their home, maybe defending a juvenile anemone fish from him, maybe he was hunting them, I'm not too sure. There's a really cool interaction, and again, as I said, looking nook and crannies, we find more octopus. But I really hope you enjoyed this dive, guys, coming out and exploring the Fesdu wreck in the Maldives. It was our first wreck in the Maldives. It was awesome to see as we're all now playing in the bubbles of the divers below, making bubble rings. But as always, guys, thank you so much. Stay to the end. Check out the videos at the end for last week's video. You don't want to miss that, of identifying manta rays and how you do that. But as always, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.